We are wherever we are.
We're in Middlewich.
We're in Middlewich.
Just on the Middlewich Branch before the junction with the Trent and Mersey.
So we are about to go back on the Trent and Mersey and turn south, and we will continue today until Wheelock.
Wheelock, yeah.
Wheelock.
Yesterday we took a short walk into Middlewich. It wasn't that far, it was about...
maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah, and we discovered Jack's. Never been to a Jack's before, and Lidl.
Jack's is like a discount branded Tesco. We'd never seen one. They're around here apparently. So
yeah, one of the guys on the other boat told us about it. It was a good recommendation.
it was.
My laptop cable stopped working yesterday.
So Jo has no means to charge her laptop right now, which means she cannot edit, really. I mean, well, she does have the means to charge her laptop, but it's like an 8-inch cable, so it has to sit and not be used while being charged.
So we've ordered some more, and they're getting delivered to the McCall's shop in Sandbach.
Yeah, where there's an Amazon locker. It's about a 30-minute walk away from Wheelock. So, so we got a 4-hour cruise.
Yeah, there's lots of locks. I can't remember how many, but there's one left on the Middlewich Branch, and then there's quite a few on the Trent and Mersey. So I don't think it's the distance this far, I just think it's lots of luck.
Yeah.
My goodness, it's a lovely day.
It is. It might actually be hot today.
I've told Michael to wear his shorts. He says he's not going to wear his shorts.
I couldn't find my shorts, to be honest. Okay. I didn't know where they were. So, we're on a move on, and wish us luck on getting to Wheelock. Is that all today, George? No. Continue with the pre-cruise towpath patrol. A quick diversion to keep them guessing, then back to the inspection. We pulled this bumper out of the Thames, and it's a great cushion when we moor up, but we don't usually cruise with them down. Just checking the route ahead in our 10-year-old Nicholson's Guide. This is Wardle Lock, which will take us down just under 10 feet. We are actually now on the Wardle Canal, which at just 154 feet long is the shortest canal in the UK. It connects the Middlewich Branch with the Trent and Mersey Canal, and runs from Wardle Lock to the junction. It was built by the Trent and Mersey Canal Navigation Authority in 1829 to ensure they could maintain control of the junction. It's a bit of a tight turn, and there's a boatyard right at the junction. Then, as soon as you are on the Trent and Mersey Canal, you are met with King's Lock. This lock takes us back up 10 feet, which, after dropping almost the exact same height at Wardle Lock, seems a little pointless. There's a pub at the lock, which is imaginatively named the King's Lock. As it is mid-morning, there are no gun-goozlers on the benches outside, despite the sunny weather. The Trent and Mersey is 93 miles long, and it runs from the River Trent at its southernmost point to the Bridgewater Canal in the north, which subsequently connects to the River Mersey. We've already done the southern sections below Great Haywood, so we're back to do the bits we missed. The canal runs alongside a busy road for a good couple of miles, and it's pretty noisy. Jo is already off the boat and preparing RUMPS lock for us, so rather than pulling onto the lock landing, I just hover in the middle of the canal until she opens the gates. The road that was running along the canal now crosses it, but follows the same route for a couple of miles, just on the other side. The approaching boat has just left the lock ahead of us. Unfortunately, they didn't spot us coming and have shut the gates. As the gates are a little leaky, the lock chamber has slowly started to fill. Joe needs to raise the paddles to let the few inches of water out before the gates will open. This is Booth Lane bottom lock. It will take us up just under 10 feet. A boat has turned up behind us and the crew has come out to help us up the lock, so Joe leaves us to it and walks ahead to get the next lock ready. When she gets there, a boat is already coming down the lock, so it'll be ready and waiting when I arrive. There's another boat waiting to go down this lock, so Joe walks ahead again. This boat has just come out of the lock and is picking up crew from the landing, so it makes sense for me to pass them on the left. Things are getting busy now. There are 2 boats waiting to go down, and as there are lots of crew around, Joe and George jump in the bow. The scenery is getting a little suburban again as we cruise through the outskirts of Sandbach. We approach Wheelock Wharf and decide to stop off at the water point to use the services. While the water is filling, I visit the large pet store nearby to search for some dog food for the pooch. I bring back a chewy rhinoceros, which George carefully grasps between his 2 paws before he viciously decapitates it. It is then just a very short hop onto the Wheelock visitor moorings that are just around the bend where we moor up for the night.
That was a palaver.
Joe isn't normally the same height as me.
But when I sat on that side, I looked,
She would like,
I looked tiny.
she was like, it was like something out of Fantasy Island. I looked like Ricardo Montalban. Come on!
Now you look a bit small.
Yeah. The main problem is I'm just in pain.
Yeah, we need a day off for Michael's foot to recover. Didn't really recover from the walk yesterday, and then 4 hours on the back of the boat. So the funny thing was, this morning we went on the smallest canal on the network without even realising it.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently the last, the Wardle Canal, about the last 100 meters or yards. I'm not
Or feet.
entirely sure. But basically, yeah, the first 100 or so somethings of what is now the Middlewich Branch is the Wardle Canal, which is apparently the shortest actual canal that was created.
I have to say, it's a really nice canal.
It is, yeah, about 100 feet. Very nice.
We had to go down the last lock, which is called the Wardle Lock, funnily enough, on the Middlewich Branch or on the Wardle Canal, just to come up the same height on the Trent and Mersey.
It's like you go down 12 feet to turn up and go up 12 feet.
Yeah, turn around the corner and...
Yeah. And then after King's Lock, it basically just got very noisy because that canal runs directly beside a fairly busy road. Then once the road starts to peel off, you're like, oh, it's going to get a little quieter. Ah, there is a massive salt factory beside.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's like industrial salt. It's been used here for years for chemical manufacturing, and so we're driving past this enormous aircraft hangar-sized building that if you look inside of it, it's just mountains of salt that looks like snow.
But it was kind of a bit picturesque after that, despite the kind of modern industry, because there's just lots of green, and you definitely leave the urban Middlewich area.
Yeah, really quite quickly. And once the road recedes away, it's a fairly pleasant area. There's 3 locks, then there's a bunch of farms. There was I think it was the second lock.
There was 4 locks, wasn't there?
Well, there was 4 locks total. There's 3 in a row.
No, wasn't there 2 and then 3 in a row?
Oh, yeah, well, not including the King's Lock, right?
Okay.
So there's 3 locks on this page. Anyway, I think in pages of the Nicholson's Guide. But yeah, I think it was the second lock of the flight of 3, and there was this big tractor going through the field picking up all the hay.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And I was watching that going, well, that's a job I wouldn't want, but it certainly looks
I don't know,
zen-like.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet there's something quite like meditative.
Oh yeah, of just driving in a straight line, picking up what somebody else has done, probably you has done in a straight line previously. Like it's basically a lawnmower and then a bag picker.
And once we hit those locks, the set of 3, there were so many boats going the other way. And there were 6, like all backed up.
Yeah.
Well, 3 at one lock and then 3 at the next lock.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are either beelining it to the Anderton boat lift or they're beelining it to the Clongowes.
Quite a few were saying to me, what's Middlewich like? Is Middlewich busy? So
Yeah.
I think there might be some
backup on the Middlewich.
Yeah. So we came to the Warlock?
Wheellock. Warlock.
There's some facilities just here that we stopped at. And
There's an Italian restaurant that looks kind of nice.
And a pet supply shop.
Yes, which didn't have George's favorite food, but it did have some
We're trying him on
useful
different
backup food.
And he did get a chocolate rhino that wasn't chocolate, it was meaty. But
was a meaty
it
rhino.
looked chocolate.
And there was a place where they do grooming, and I was like, ooh, I could see whether or not we could get George in for a quick grooming, and they're booked up until like the middle of next, like 2 months in advance.
So poor George,
So that ain't happening.
I'm going to try and do it.
Okay, well, if you want to clip him...
You don't have to help, it's okay.
Alright, sounds good.
So we are going to stay here, I think, a day or 2 nights. I'm going to try and do some painting on the boat tomorrow if it doesn't rain and before it gets too hot. And hopefully we have some Wi-Fi because there wasn't any bars showing a minute ago, but now there's 2 bars. So fingers crossed we can do some work and have a couple of days here. Oh, and I've got to walk to Sandbach, which is half an hour away.
Yes. So you'll be on your feet while I'm getting off mine.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching. If you want to, give us a thumbs up.
Comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to and haven't already.
And hit the bell if you want something to gong every time we put up a video. Good?
Yeah. Oh no, hang on.
Oh, my arm.
Okay.
This is RUMPS Lock. This is RUMPS Lock.
Okay, there's a boat coming.
This is my RUMPS Lock.
Just wait for the boat.
This is RUMPS Lock. Sean is back. I know George, get nervous. Wouldn't it be funny to do a Mission Impossible on a narrowboat? I mean, like, imagine, you know, a 60-year-old Tom Cruise trying to flirt with a 20-year-old fashion model on a recently sort of acquired via Simon Pegg doing some sort of silliness thing,
I don't know where you're going with this.
Well, like a hire boat. Anyway.
Yep.
All right, is the boat passed far enough?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Joe needs to open up the paddles again to let out the few inches of water before the gates... Thanks, George.
So thanks for watching.
Yep. Click the... Nope, that's the thumbs up thing, right?
What?
Never mind.
Do you want to go?
So thanks for watching.
I kind of went like...
Yeah. Out of order.